back at it again today. We're starting to seal up the tailgate. We put this adhesive gap sealer piece here in, and then tomorrow we'll put in the pieces that fill in that side gap. We got a new gasket in for this, and then I've removed the screens, which I had to remove the frames a little of the windows here. There's the old holy one. You can see it had big holes and stuff in it. And now I've rough cut some new pieces. I'm gonna install them and try to put it all back together. Okay, look at that. Perfect new screen installed. I used the perfect tool, my ukulele picking thumb. We call it the witch finger, where it's perfect for pushing in the gasket. Now we got Lindy pulling out the old gasket around the door. Got the other window in there. I'm just trimming it up now and getting the excess screen away. Yeah, it's going good. You got the old gasket out, Lindy?
Yeah.
All right. Slide the new one in. Perfect. Whew, another long day. We're pretty much done. I got the windows with the screens all trimmed up and all those screws back in there. Lindy finished putting in this new gasket. Wow, that's so much better than the old one. Yeah. All right. Okay. One day closer. We'll see what we do tomorrow. We've got to put on one more gasket to seal up the tail bed, but yeah, it's almost time to go. This morning we are working on the leakiness of the camper top. We've had Lindy back here spraying some water all over the windows where I know some of the screws were stripped when I put them back in there, and we were getting water coming in down here and dripping down, which was what will be on our mattress. So we've got to try to get that fixed. Another place we've got some water coming in is right there at the corners where the side of the beds meets the front of the bed on both sides. And we've got some butyl tape back there. We just need to work the butyl tape into that crack better. So yeah, but this window on this side did not leak. The window on the back didn't leak. We're working on the tailgate gaskets and everything. So I think if we can get these screw holes not stripped, go up to the next size screw and put them back in, we can stop that and then we'll start loading the truck. All right, we got our new screws in here where the stripped ones were, and Lindy is going after it again. We're hoping no water. So before, I think by now we were already seeing water down here. Oh, water. Okay, darn. All right, so got to keep on working on it. Not really sure what it is. Hard to know.
The used camper top we bought was of unknown age, so we figured the gaskets had probably deteriorated, and that it would be best to remove the windows and replace the bad gaskets with butyl tape, which is something we're familiar with from the sailboat.
Well, there it is. All right, we're gonna butyl tape the heck out of this thing and put it back in, and that should stop that leak. I think we can do it. We've got our butyl tape rolled on the inside and the outside. You can see some of it poking out right there all the way around. Now it's time to screw it back on and see if it worked. All right. We've got the window reinstalled and it's looking super dry. All right. Way to go, us.
All right, so on to the next step, which is putting a gasket along the outside edge of the tailgate opening. And if you're a person who writes the instructions for where and how to install these kind of things, I've got a few tips of how to make it more understandable. Because the directions are vague.
We're doing good.
This one luckily says you can reposition it. So.
Okay. I think that's their first rough installation.
Now I've got to get in, we've got to close the tailgate and check it, I think.
See if any light comes through.
Back to those vague instructions. Okay, so we got the gasket installed along the side of the tailgate, and now I'm inside checking. Obviously, right here, there's a lot of light, which means we're gonna have to do something there. But if you look down, the rest of it looks good. So it's just gonna be this area.
All right, we've got our extra piece in now. Rough cut put in there to close the gap. Close it up, Lindy. Let's see if there's any light. All right, pretty good. I can see the faintest little dot of light right through there. I think I know what to do. Yeah, this needs to be on the outside. Okay, we're close. Open it back up.
Can this close?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, let's adjust it just a hair. Okay, let's try it again. You can still see a little speck of light right up here, where if this needs to be hitting the side, not be behind it. So let's check on that. Okay, we got done sealing the tailgate, and we were doing some water checks around the truck, different places, and we found that we had a leak on the back window. So here we are. It's the same day. This is turning into a long work day, and we're going to take the rear window off and butyl tape it. And we don't want to remove the topper because that's a pain. So Lindy's on the inside. Luckily the limited Tundra is the whole back window rolls down. So she's in the cab right here. We're gonna pull the frame off and then try to take the window out through the gap. That should be fun. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Butyl tape it, put it back in. We've got the window out, and now we've just got to shimmy it along and pull it out one of the sides. See how we do it. Why don't I hold it here and you go on the outside? I'll hold it here and then you go on the outside.
No.
Oh wait.
I'll hold it.
Oh, and I go on the outside.
Yes.
That's good. I've got my boss here. Okay. All right. Let's go do that. There we go. Okay. It's right there.
I don't know if you can get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
There you go.
Okay. Ta-da!
Yeah. Ta-da!
Hello! It's obvious why it was leaking. You can see here, this is the gasket, and it had pulled away right here in the corner. That's just muddy and wet. It's good pretty much everywhere else, but water was getting in and dripping down right there. All right, we're gonna take this old gasket off and butyl tape it. The gasket should be pretty easy to get off. Oh yeah, nice.
All right, we got the frames all cleaned up, and Zach is laying the butyl tape.
Butyl tape's kind of like silly putty. All right, we've got butyl tape on the inside frame, the outside frame. Lindy's getting it in place. We'll sandwich them together and then put the screws in. And hopefully no more water. Okay, we've got it all installed. You can see the beetle tape squishing out the top here. We'll cut that off. And Lindy is testing with water. Before, the leak was right here. So far we're dry. Looking good. I mean, each window only takes like, I don't know, an hour, less than 2 hours to take it out, clean it up, put beetle tape on, and then put it back together. It's not that big of a deal. And we're not getting any water in now, so that is wonderful. One place we saw water coming in was there's like a little crevice here on spray-in liners, so I've got beetle tape on the inside on both corners there. Stop the water there. It's all looking great. The one last place will be when we lower the door, if this stuff needs to be redone, but hopefully not. But like I said, not too bad. All right, everything's looking good. These windows are good and dry. Awesome. Very nice. So I've turned around. Lindy's got me closed up in here. Now she's gonna hit the back with water. Okay, we got a drip right up here. Right there's the drip. Everything else is looking pretty good though. There you can see it's dripping in pretty good. Probably gonna have to pull it all off and put some beetle tape on it. We'll see. This time we did some beetle tape from the top outside. It's not the best method, but I think I made a pretty good bead around the outside. I don't see any water coming in. That is good news. All right. I'm about ready to be done for the day. It's 4:23. I think I started at like 8:30 or something. But yeah, still going good. You can see that one goes over here. Perfect new window installed.
Screen.
Window, that's right. All right, we're back this morning. We're working on, all right, we're back. All right, it's working.